Tonight, we are separating two words that most people confuse: confidence and capacity. They sound similar, they even feel related, but structurally, they are not the same. Okay, now let's begin simple. You can feel confident about something and still not have the capacity to sustain it. Confidence is a state. Capacity is structure. It's two different things entirely. Confidence can rise in a moment. Capacity takes time to build. Inside many one-on-one conversations at Innocent Minds, this confusion shows up often. Someone says, "I know I can do it," and sometimes they're actually right. They can, but doing something once is not the same as sustaining it. The difference is where the collapse happens. Let us slow it down a bit. Confidence is emotional readiness. Capacity is structural readiness. Confidence says, "I feel ready," but capacity asks, "Is your system ready?" Here's a very familiar example. Someone leaves a draining job and they feel powerful once again, relieved, certain, confident. But 2 months later, they are overwhelmed in a new environment all over again. And this is not because they made a bad decision, no, but because their capacity has not redesigned. They've changed location, they did not change the structure. Now, this is where many intelligent adults get confused. They assume feeling strong means feeling prepared, but it doesn't. Let's bring this closer to home. A professional speaks confidently in meetings, sharp, articulate, clear. Everyone is looking up to him, but when conflict arises, their body shuts down, voice softens, clarity disappears. This is not lack of intelligence. It's not. It's capacity limitation. Capacity includes emotional tolerance, stress bandwidth, boundary stability, recovery ability. And all of these are not personality traits. No, they are built systems. In Nigeria especially, confidence is often rewarded early. Boldness, outspokenness, charisma, all of these things see reward very quickly, but capacity is rarely even measured. Can you rest without guilt? Can you say no without panic or feeling bad? Can you tolerate disappointment without overreacting? You see, all this, that is capacity. Confidence performs well in public. Capacity determines what happened in private when you're all alone by yourself. Let's step into a small humor moment. Have you ever met someone who announces new plans loudly and then they quietly disappear when things get hard? That is confidence outrunning capacity. But now let's go deeper. Why does this matter anyway? Well, this is because most adults try to increase confidence when they actually need to build capacity. They attend events, they watch videos, they feel inspired in the moment. Temporary lifts? Well, that's good. But inspiration does not automatically expand emotional bandwidth. If your nervous system cannot tolerate uncertainty, there is no amount of motivational talk that will fix that. No amount. And if your identity feels unsafe without approval, public confidence would not stabilize private anxiety. Never. So you see, confidence is visible, capacity is invisible. And invisible structures, they are harder to measure. So how do we recognize capacity gaps? You do that by watching what happens under pressure. You see, pressure, it exposes structure. Do you overcommit? Do you withdraw? Do you over-explain, become defensive, or even shut down? These are capacity indicators. They're not character flaws. Not at all. Now let's consider something subtle. Some people build performance confidence early in life. They learn to shine, to impress, to excel. But emotional capacity did not grow at the same pace. So now adulthood feels like juggling too much. Externally, they look stable, but internally, they feel stretched beyond a limit. Now, that internal stretch is not weakness. It's structural imbalance. And here's the important distinction. You cannot stretch capacity by force. You build it through redesign. Redesign includes slowing commitments, expanding recovery, practicing tolerating small discomforts, building boundary muscle gradually. Small structural shifts repeated consistently can make so much difference. This is not dramatic work, it's discipline. Can we bring in some reflection now? Where in your life are you relying on confidence instead of capacity? What collapses first when pressure increases for you? If you were to reduce output slightly, would anxiety rise? Now, everything you thought about, that is information. Now look at this from another angle. Capacity is linked to identity safety. And if your identity says, I must always be strong, you will avoid situations that expose weakness. But now you see, avoidance reduces capacity. If your identity says, I must always be excellent, you will over-prepare and overextend. Overextension reduces long-term capacity. So capacity building simply feels like a loss. It's like you're losing speed, you're losing applause, you're losing visible intensity. But what you gain is actually sustainability. And sustainability is quiet. It does not trend. It's not loud. Inside structured behavioral work, capacity is gradually expanded. Not by pushing harder, but by stabilizing identity. When identity feels safe, the system relaxes. And when the system relaxes, tolerance increases. When tolerance increases, capacity grows. So confidence becomes stable, not reactive. Let's close gently. If you are confident but tired, if you are productive but stretched, if you are capable but unstable, it may not be about effort. It may not be about design. This week, observe your pressure points, not to judge them, but to really understand. You see, confidence will carry you into rooms, but it is capacity that will keep you there. Hold that thought and we will keep building from there.